Australian visa applications for OFWs, Filipinos overseas. We at downundervisa concentrate on visa applications for Filipinos and Filipinas, and primarily for those who are here in the Philippines or have gone from the Philippines to Australia and are applying inside Australia. We have managed visa applications for English in the UK, South Africans, Russians, Japanese, Ukrainians, Haitians, Brazilians, Ecuadorians, Chinese, Indonesians, Thais, and no doubt a few others, especially in our earlier years. However, these days it's almost always Filipino girls and some Filipino men. It's all partner visas, tourist visas for couples, and child visas. Now, we do this because this is where our experience and our expertise lie. And whilst we will generally manage applications for Filipinos overseas as OFWs, which is Overseas Filipino Workers, for those who don't know, in Hong Kong, Singapore, United Arab Emirates, Japan, a few other countries, when the visa application is resident there, I'll explain a few of the issues. Racist attitudes towards Filipinos. Us white people did not invent racism. It's alive and well throughout the world, and Filipinos are often looked down upon in other countries in Asia and in the Arab world where racism is very active. And why? Many nationalities consider themselves to be superior to their neighbouring countries, and it's somehow convenient to look down upon those that you employ to clean your house and take care of your kids. The employer becomes the elite class, and the Filipino becomes the lowly servant. Now, I attended a continued professional development seminar in a nearby Asian country a few years ago. I told a fellow registered migration agent there that I specialised in partner visas for Filipinas. His response was that this was a good idea because they are good at cleaning the house. I felt like punching him, but I walked away. Yes, attitudes such as these do exist. And most of the staff in Australian embassies and consulates throughout the world are locally employed. And it's generally not overseas-based Aussies who are making the primary decisions about Australian visa applications. And whilst it's not always the case, and whilst there are plenty of perfectly fair decisions that take place, it's not as easy to get a fair and unbiased decision made for a Filipino lady applying for an Australian visa in a country which is not her own. Not talking about anything corrupt, I can honestly say I've never come across anything like that before. However, there are times when it does appear that the case officer has been unnecessarily harsh. Now, some overseas posts are very, very difficult to deal with, whilst others we've found to be perfectly fine. However, I could say that a Filipino lady will always get the fairest handling of her Aussie visa application here in Manila. Most of the decision makers here are Filipinos, and whilst they don't do any special favours, you can be assured they won't have any issues with her being Filipina. Tourist visas applied for from other countries. The issue of it being hard for a Filipina to get a visa from a country that is not her own is accentuated very much when the visa applied for is a tourist visa. Now, why? Because a requirement is that the applicant should return to that country at the end of the visitor visa stay period. It's not always so easy to demonstrate and prove this when the applicant doesn't live there and possibly doesn't even like living there. Returning to a country where your work as a maid or overstaying in Australia, which one looks more appealing? The visa application needs to show that this is very unlikely to happen and that she will be coming back. So, well, they don't often believe this, and we do get inquiries from prospective clients all the time who have had one or several visa refusals already. And in some cases we ask them if it really is vitally important that they do remain in that country. Why not come home to the Philippines at least for a short while? It's highly likely they will be leaving this job soon enough anyway, so And I think in every single case where we've asked them to do this, we've been able to put together a successful follow-up visa application from Manila, and they've later been on their way to Australia. Many are well and truly settled into happy and secure lives in Australia now. But we also have plenty of successful visa applications for Filipinos in countries other than the Philippines. However, if you have had difficulties, or if we think from looking at your case that you will have difficulties, we can discuss other options. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it and you would like to subscribe, you can click on the little button down the bottom corner there, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. There are regular articles on aspects of Australian visas to the Philippines on www.downundervisa.com.au. There's a blog page you can subscribe to. There is a free visa assessment form, and there are regular articles on aspects of Australian-Filipino relationships, which you can see on www.filipinawives.com.au. If you can please share these articles and these videos on any of the social media that you use, we would appreciate that. Thank you.